Hi everyone. For another author interview, we are here with Rupal Jain, author of Advancements in AI and IoT for Chip Manufacturing and Defect Prevention. So hi and welcome.
Thanks, Anna.
Can you tell us what inspired you to write this book and how do you see it contributing to the field of semiconductor manufacturing?
Yeah, so I would say that this book was there on the top of my mind for quite long. And having learned from my peers, my colleagues, and also from my mentees all around the globe, working in different geographies, they always had this feedback that there's a need for comprehensive resource. And even I felt it that there is a need for comprehensive resource which can cover the aspects of semiconductor manufacturing and also about defect prevention and also about analysis of defects. This book is an inspiration from that thought.
Okay, this is a comprehensive manual for this, but can you explain the significance of defect prevention in semiconductor processes? Why is it such a critical focus for professionals in the industry?
Yeah, so defect prevention is a very critical focus for not just semiconductor manufacturing, but even other manufacturing areas. But it's a thing for primary focus when it comes to chip manufacturing, because with a simple small defect, billions of transistors they get affected. And nowadays what happens is a lot of cost is involved, so a lot of cost of non-conformance, cost of poor execution that could be involved with even a simple defect. So industries, chip making industries, they are at the forefront of analyzing these defects and trying to shift them left as much as possible. By shifting left, what I mean is that whenever there is a defect which has been known at the end of the chain, they would want it to push it behind such that the analysis or maybe the finding of the defect could be done at the start of the chain, maybe in the process side, maybe in the assembly side, and not just happening in the packaging. So that is how defectivity is very critical, because yield is so important to the company, and also you do not want your chips to be failing at the client end. You do not want them to be hampering with the functionality, and that's why I think quality management is very important.
And your book touches a lot on AI and IoT. So how do AI and IoT technologies specifically enhance defect prevention strategies in chip manufacturing?
Yeah. So the integration of AI. So I would start with this thing that the book has an overview of AI and IoT. It also has topics about integrating them into the chip manufacturing processes. That having said that, I guess AI IoT nowadays could help in a lot of predictive analysis, real-time data monitoring, and also analyzing patterns when it comes to defects. So a lot of common defects such as particle contamination or maybe litho misalignments and things like that could be predicted with respect to different pattern analysis, and AI could be helpful in that, because AI involves a lot of data sorting, and then when you know that a simple pattern is repeating itself, then things like that could be achieved faster when it comes to AI's integration.
hmm Okay, so you mentioned a bit, I don't know, particle contamination. So what would you say are some of the most common defects encountered apart from this in semiconductor manufacturing, and how can AI and IoT help address them?
The things on the top of my head are particle contamination, voids, interconnect failures, blocked edge, things like that keep happening because they are the one that would be leading to, say, under edge, over edge, particles like that, and they can actually hamper the functionality of the chip. These things are very commonly seen.
And could you discuss a hypothetical use case from your book that illustrates the successful integration of AI or IoT in defect prevention?
Yeah, one of the hypothetical cases that we have discussed is about blocked edge and how exactly does it originate? How can you actually analyze it? What are the symptoms of this defect? So that is one of the hypothetical cases in the book.
How do you envision the role of interdisciplinary collaboration in advancing semiconductor manufacturing practices?
So semiconductor processes or the process of making a chip, it's not just a single step. It involves a lot of steps when it comes to processes itself. There are dry etch, there is PVD, there is CMP, wet etch, lithography. So apart from that, you also have steps at the back end where you have assembly and test, and you have packaging, then product development. So overall, there are a lot of departments which contribute in making of the chip, and that is why there is a lot of cross-functional collaboration which is needed. Because when teams talk amongst themselves, they communicate upstream and downstream. Then the issues can be identified earlier, or if there is an issue already, then that could be communicated in a way that it doesn't spread any much longer or things like that. So that's why cross-functional collaboration is very important.
Yeah, I see. And how do you see the semiconductor industry evolving with the adoption of AI and IoT technologies in the coming years?
Yeah, that's a really nice question because the future of AI and IoT in the chip industry is very bright. There are a lot of things that could be changed. Overall, I feel that identification of deviations or automated corrective actions or automations in the manufacturing, optimization of the parameters, inline parameters, those are the things which I think changing when AI and IoT, they're like the integration starts.
And so, also building up on that, what are there any challenges that professionals face or will face when implementing AI and IoT solutions in semiconductor manufacturing? And how could these be overcome?
Yeah, so we wouldn't know unless we start doing it. But one of the biggest challenges which I see is integrating the legacy technologies with the modern technology, because there is a lot of data sorting required or data analysis required. Ensuring cybersecurity is also paramount. So these are the things I see. But yeah, unless we keep doing it and unless we proceed to the future, we'll not know what kind of problems might be seen. But these, at least, we would be seeing it.
So your book maybe is also interesting for early graduates. So for them and engineers aspiring to enter semiconductor industry, what key skills or knowledge should they focus on developing?
Yeah. So the book, you said it right, Anna. The book is not just valid for students who are graduating, but they're also valid for people who are in the industry, engineers at all the levels, or people who are belonging to different industry and want to transition to the semiconductor industry. Not just this, but the book is also good for educators who want to refine their curriculum. They could definitely benefit it from the comprehensive material which is written, because most of the times what happens is there are a lot of materials which are available in the internet and people can get easily lost. One of the problems which I have seen is that there are a lot of books, there's a lot of knowledge out there, but we don't know what to focus on. So overall, this book would give you not just the overview of what is happening in the industry, but also would give you the technical knowledge to perform better when you enter the industry. And to answer the second part of your question, what are the skills people should focus on or early graduates should focus on? I would say that making the foundation strong is very important. The knowledge of semiconductor devices, that's the foundation element that needs to be very strong. Apart from that, people should also focus on behavioral skills now, because AI is there for you to code everything. So if this interview was happening maybe 3 or 4 years back, I would have said learn coding. But now it is like you can always code using AI, but learning the behavioral skills, the ethics, which can help you to perform better in, say, corporate or even academia or research when you're going into research, that would be helpful. So overall, all these things.
So you said how different it would be like 3 years ago. So can you share some insights on the importance of continuous learning and adaptation in such a fast-paced industry?
Yes, continuous learning is very important. Overall, I would say that things keep changing, technologies keep changing, so constantly updating yourself is very, very important. There are a lot of platforms where you can actually get certifications. For example, if you're very interested in the field of quality management, then you know that there are a lot of certifications when it comes to Lean Six Sigma Black Belt or Green Belt or things like that, or Master Black Belt. And that can help you to focus better in your job and also perform better in the organization with the daily tasks that you're doing. So that's why continuous learning is very important. And I would say that people should keep going for good certifications or even enhance their knowledge by doing a higher degree, maybe master's, maybe PhD is not everybody's cup of tea. I know that you have done it, but I would say that at least the certifications which can help you get updated with the technology, that is going to be very helpful.
And as a last question, what message do you hope readers take away from your book regarding the future of semiconductor manufacturing and defect prevention?
So the book is for everybody, as I said. The book is a very comprehensive material because I have the copy of the book over here. And this book here, it's a thin river rapid book, because books like this are the ones that interest me. They're not something which is very overwhelming. So I would suggest all the readers to go and get copies. And this is not just for students or graduates or engineers, but I would say that it's also good for investors and VCs who are looking to fund different kind of projects in semiconductor industry, trying to get a hold of what this industry is. So maybe the overview would be helpful for them to understand how the processes operate and how the chip manufacturing world is like. overall for policymakers who are looking to see a depth about the industry. So this book is for everybody, and it's a simple book, and also it's a thin and comprehensive material. So I would say that just go and grab your copies and enjoy it.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I will link down the book below. So Advancing AI and IoT for chip manufacturing and defect prevention. Thank you, Rupal.
Thank you, Anna. You take care.